nail varnish. This is the majority of the reason why I was like filming right now. So yeah, majority has, well actually not just majority, it all has come off now. So it lasted about 2 weeks, because I did it not this Wednesday, just on the Wednesday before, so just a little bit under 2 weeks, which for me, who used to be a really bad sort of like nail picker and everything, that's really good. I've decided to order some a gel base coat, a gel polish and a gel top coat, and a UV lamp. I've just decided to go like the whole hog for it. It's like one of those things where I've got it in my head and now I'm like, I have to do it. All of my nails right now are really nice and long. So, see, there you go, look, see there, and there as well. So they're really, really nice and long. I need to like shape them a little bit. And so I just need to get through to about 8 o'clock tonight when I can then go for it. We are showered. I've cooked dinner. I've done my hair. My nails have survived the day. So I'm about to use some gels. So this is the stuff that I bought today. I got like 10 different colours of gel polishes. I thought there was a black. I'm almost certain there was, and I really wanted black nails. Instead, I think I'm gonna have to go for this one, which is more like kind of like a purple. There just doesn't seem to be hardly any in there though. They're so lightweight. And I also got, like, that's a top coat and a base coat. I'm not gonna film me doing it just because obviously I filmed last week me doing all of my, or technically it'll be the week before, and I just don't want it to be like too repetitive and stuff. I will show you how they end up at the end. Also, just very quickly, does anybody else get that thing where you're trying so desperately hard to not damage your nails and then you end up like banging them and everything, and you know, you're not necessarily doing anything too differently, you're just like, oh, I've got to be careful. Honestly, I have never hit stuff so much in the last like 6 hours like than I have just generally, and I just don't know how they've all survived, and I just need to get to this last hurdle and hope that I don't break them on anything around me whilst I'm doing this, and then they should be safe. I'm almost determined to believe that this is not actually a UV lamp, despite the fact that it should be, and actually it's just like a knockoff one with blue lights in it, because I have been under here for ages and it just keeps making, well, basically the nails are just being tacky, they're not curing. So I think that this is just, I don't know, I just don't think it's UV. That took me 3 hours, and obviously I am messy, but they are done, and I'm hoping that tomorrow, when I've got time, I can clear this up a little bit. And it's like a few little lumps and bubbles and whatnot, but actually, compared to how the green looked, I think it looks okay. It has taken up my entire evening though. I was hoping to play a bit more Stardew Valley, but whatever. It is 10 to 7 in the morning, and this is about time when I leave for work, because I work usually about an hour and a half away during rush hour traffic, and I have a very strong belief that if the sun is not up, why should I be? You can see it's kind of, I mean, it's looking a lot brighter than it actually is on my phone, and I don't like it. So I just wanted to put this in here because I haven't yet. So yeah, work day today. Well, obviously a work day every day, but in the office work day today. Just a very quick update before I actually go into the office. It is now 8:36. So this is what I mean by like the time it takes to get into work. So I left at 10 to 7 and it is 8:36, and I'm tired. So I gave my pickaxe to Clint to upgrade, and I'm like in the mine without it, not realising, but I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to go around slaying monsters, that's okay. And then I thought, okay, but I can't do anything, and the hole for the bottom level hasn't arrived. I came through this gap and it won't let me go back through it. I literally can't. Look, oh my God, I did it. Yay. So it's Wednesday, the 1st of February, meaning that I have basically been vlogging for like a whole month now, and that's just like that I don't know, that's insane to me, because I very rarely, when I start things, keep to them. But the fact that it is now 1st of February, January was a brilliant month, and I know that a lot of people get like January blues and they feel like January lasts forever and everything. And like, to me, January did last for a long time, but in like a completely different way. So it wasn't like the slog that people say that it is. It was, it was just so much fun. Anyway, so obviously it's Wednesdays, which is my early finish. And I'm actually finishing a little bit earlier this morning, today, only by like an hour. Made up the time already this week. So, so essentially, me and my mum were going to go to the spa. I don't know how, but my dad had got like a voucher or something for the spa. It was meant to be for my sister and my mum, or just for my sister. I'm not entirely sure, but my sister is pregnant, so obviously she couldn't go. So it diverted to me, and I had it, which was fine. The people doing the spa are actually the gym that I go to. I'd never had a spa treatment before, so it was just going to be something brand new and relaxing and whatnot. It was going to be back and shoulders and scalp, and then something to do with the feet, but I don't really know what it is, and I don't really like people touching my feet. Anyway, they called me this morning and they said that they've had staff sickness, therefore they can't do it today. So I was looking so much forward to it, and they were like, oh, but you can still come along and like use the facilities, you're more than welcome to do that. It's basically like gym, swimming pool, sauna, I think hot tub. So she was like, oh yeah, you guys can still come up and use it. And I was like, well, I mean, you're my gym, so that's not really anything exciting to me. I don't really need to do that. I knew that my mum wouldn't have wanted to do it. So we've rebooked it now for the 1st of March. So catch me on the 1st of March. Obviously I wouldn't be able to film probably much of it. But anyway, so that obviously just left me in a quandary of like what to do for this afternoon. And I've made the decision to go to the gym anyway. I have not been to the gym since November. I can't remember the exact date. And then I kept using the fact that I've lost my wristband basically as an excuse not to go. So I kept going, oh no, I need to find my wristband, I need to find my wristband, even though I knew full well that I could buy a new one. So I checked with the woman today and she said that I could buy a new one. That's absolutely fine. So I thought, do you know what, I finished at 1 today, I can go to the gym, and it's probably going to be really quiet, 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. Who's going to be at the gym? And then I'm going to swing around to the pet shop, like it's not too far, because it is somebody's birthday on Friday, and I want to make sure that he's got some toys, just so it makes his day a little bit special. I've got a bandana for him from last year. It was like a hat and a bandana, but he's not going to wear the hat, so I'll put his little bandana on. The problem is, this has like been a really long time of me. Ooh, blinding. I've moved and I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. Do you ever do that? You just like move position and suddenly it just falls out your head. Anyway, so the problem is I have become obsessed with Stardew Valley, and I've never been obsessed with that before. I have tried to play it so many times, and the longest I've ever played it for was 7 hours because my save file was still there. And I just could never get into it because I didn't really understand it. And I was like, this is stupid. Like, I can't do a lot of the stuff because my energy goes down so quickly. I have to just keep skipping days and everything. No one really wants to talk to me. No one likes the gifts that I like, etc. So I played it for about an hour and I was like, yeah, I'm still not really understanding it. It was Saturday when I'd come back from the pottery painting, and then my friend messaged me and we were just talking or whatever, and I was like, oh hey, like, do you want to play Stardew Valley together, because I know that they do co-op now and you can have like a shared farm. And she was like, yes. So for a couple of hours we then joined in Discord and we started playing together, and just from that session I now understand kind of how to play the game and what we're aiming for. But yeah, ever since then, now I've just been playing it solidly. Either way, Stardew Valley, really fun game, but dangerous. Potentially a busy day now, but that's okay. Right, after 2.5 months-ish, I'm finally back at the gym. I have not gone in yet. I don't think that I'm going to do a very long session because I'm not feeling great. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. I just generally am not. But also because of my stamina and everything, I'm trying to like build it up slowly. So my gym has a really fancy like app, and on it tells you how many people like last checked in. And when I checked it before I left, it was like 47 people, which I was quite surprised at because usually when I go in the evenings, it's like 30 something. So I thought that actually it would have been like a lot more quiet even, should I say. I haven't checked it since then, but I need to go get a new wristband. Also, something else has been added to my to-do list today. Basically, in November, I got a new phone and I had to give my mum my old phone. I didn't have to, but I then gave my mum my old phone because her phone at the time was crap. As a surprise, I bought the phone case that she had been using, at like basically with her other phone, so that it was like she had the exact same phone essentially, and I was just going to hand it to her and be like, there you go, surprise. And it didn't fit my phone, and I put in a refund with Amazon, and they were like, yeah, no problem, send it back to us. And I forgot, and then I came across it today as I was having one last look for my wristband, and when I double checked it to find the details, it said please send by the 1st of Feb. So I'm hoping, because it's the 1st of Feb today, I am just in time. Otherwise I don't know what's going to happen, because it's like, I've got it, take it back, I don't want it. I mean, it was only $8.99, so if they then don't do the refund, it's not a big deal. But I'm hoping I will get in by the barrel of my teeth. Anyway, I'm going to go into the gym now and do a workout. I'm just walking in and I'm trying to make it look as like not so awkward, but basically I just checked it up again and only 29 people now have gone in for occupancy, so actually we might be okay. I did it. I mean, you can see I'm very hot and sweaty. I didn't shower at the gym because I get a little bit self-conscious, so the idea is that I'll just obviously shower when I get home. So it does mean that I do have to go to the shops in my gym clothes and stuff, but it's fine because I brought spray, so I'm not going to offend anybody or anything. And yeah, it was a pretty good workout. I did just 15 minutes on the treadmill. I did it at like an incline, and then I did about 12 minutes on the cross trainer. I was going to try and push for 15. It was a struggle to get to 10, and I used to do 20 minutes. So obviously where I haven't been in a while, it has affected me. So when I got to 10, I was like, no, keep pushing, keep pushing. But I got to 12 and I was like, okay, no, that's it. I physically could not do any more. Very good time, endorphins buzzing, and I'm ready to go to the pet shop. Okay, I've made it to where the pet shop is, and my arms are really hurting. I've put in my AirPods because I'm thinking that if I do any talking throughout, like looking in the shop and stuff, it's just going to seem like I'm talking to somebody on the phone. See, I'm clever. I have parked a little bit further away from the pet shop than I probably intended, but it just means more exercise and more of a walk, doesn't it? So here we go. There's recordable training buttons and the temptation to try and teach Sheldon how to say something is just too much. I got some stuff, but I'm not gonna, like, I mean, it's blurry anyway, so, but I'm not gonna show you what it all is until either I wrap it or I'm actually giving it to him. Otherwise it's just gonna be a lot of repetitive stuff. But what I did do was I bought this giant dice ball thing that says like it's my birthday, and like you can pull either side, and that's not for Sheldon because that's a bit too big. It's actually for my sister's dog Marley, who was born exactly a month after Sheldon, so he will be 11 on the 3rd of March. So I thought whilst I'm here, I'm gonna buy it for him because I think it's really cute, and you know, he loves toys and everything. So I've got that for him, and I'll stick it like in my car so I don't forget. And yeah, when I get home, either you know, now that I'm thinking about it, do I really want to wrap up all these presents just for Sheldon? I don't know if he'll, because like if I open it a little bit, he'll really probably enjoy the act of like finding it and seeking it, but I don't know. But anyway, I now need to fight through the school traffic and return this bloody thing and hope that it works, and then I'm done. Like, this is not actually taking me that long. I think it's only like 3:10 now, so I'm doing good, and I'm on track. Someone's being very curious about this little bag. It's not for now, is it? But he definitely he seems to know. To ease his satisfaction, I have let him sniff Marley's toy, and also the dog bag, the doggy poo bags that I just got, because obviously they're not a surprise, but he really wants to go into the bag and have a look at everything. And I know that the reason is probably because of this, obviously, like, it smells different. Other dogs get to go into jollies and everything, so he can probably smell all of those. So I'm a bit worried that his actual birthday presents will sort of assimilate to our smell, and they won't be as exciting for him. But hopefully, I mean, look at that, he's having a good old sniff. Hopefully if I can keep them in the bag and I'll like proper wrap them up, then all that smell will stay in there for Friday. As you can see, it is much bonked my head. Oh, my chin, and now I've got the hiccups. Let's start that again. Hold on. As you can now see, it is much later. Look, it's dark. This is a disaster. So I went and dropped off my package. I got a little bit confused because I went into the shop and I said to the guy, like, oh, Amazon, I saw online, like, Amazon said that you do returns. And he was like, oh, with every. And I was like, I guess. Like, so I checked the return label and I was like, okay, yeah, it's every. And like, I didn't have it in like a package or anything. And he was like, oh, you need to put it in a package. And I said, but Amazon specifically states you don't need to put it in a package. You can just pass it over or whatever. And he's going, well, no, I think you should probably put it in like a, you know, like a jiffy bag or whatever. So he was like, oh, I'll just give you a carrier bag. So I literally just like wrapped up in this caravan. I used a little machine thing, printed off the return label. I was really smart and I like tied the carrier bag around and then like I spun it around. And then I stuck the label on top of the end of the carrier bag. And then, yeah, that was it. He took it, he gave me a receipt to prove it, and I've just had an email come through from Amazon that my return after 4 months is finally being refunded to me. So now that I know what to do, and now that I know how easy it is, I'll be absolutely fine sort of doing it again for future returns, because that is one thing that I'm actually really terrible at doing, is returning stuff. I'm dying. There's just something about last week's video. I'm really chuffed about it. I don't know if it's my editing's perhaps become a bit more streamlined and smooth. I don't know if I myself have become a bit more confident, which I do feel more confident talking to cameras and stuff. It's not so weird now. And even today, obviously filming a little bit in public by myself, which I was very self-conscious of the fact, and hence why I put my AirPod in. But if that works, and shop assistants and stuff, they didn't really pay any attention to me. So at my point of recording this, I have not yet gained a single subscriber, which I'm not bothered about, because that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing this for me, and already the serotonin, I guess, I feel from doing these vlogs it's really weird. I feel like my life is being romanticized by myself, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm going to give a little update about my Tuesdays, because even though it's Wednesday today, I should talk about Tuesdays, because I have briefly touched upon anime night, and yet I've never actually fully explained it. It is pretty self-explanatory, and I think this is what I said a couple of weeks ago when we had the power cut. But long story short, when lockdown first started happening back in 2020, there was me and like Sophie, obviously we've been friends for ages, and also then for me at the time, an acquaintance called Ruth. And then there sort of was the information given that Ruth was really into anime. I have watched anime since I was probably, well, okay, so this is the thing. I would say from about 15, because that's when I really fully got into my like weeb stage and I learned what anime kind of was. However, when you think about it, I have actually been watching anime since I was like 7 or 8 years old, because Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon were my life. But because I didn't know that was anime, I feel like it kind of doesn't count. I probably can say, hey, I've been watching anime since I was like 8 years old, but it's also kind of different because it wasn't a conscious decision. But consciously, I started watching, I remember it was the summer of my 15th year, because it was, yeah, summer holidays, and I didn't really have much to do or whatever. I found an anime website where you could just kind of like watch it all for free. This is not me suggesting, you know, I pay my Crunchyroll subscription and sometimes my High Dive subscription. I sometimes have to stop it because I'm not always watching stuff, but you know, I do pay nowadays. But yeah, back then, so I found this whatever website it was, and I think I probably started off with rewatching Sailor Moon, but then I remember Googling something along the lines of most popular animes or something, or I'd seen music videos, something or other. I watched about maybe 4 or 5 animes, and I know that some of it I did watch on YouTube, the classic broken up into 3, you know, really badly pixelated ones. Oh yeah, so anyway, Ruth was into anime, I was into anime. I think Sophie had watched 1 or 2 animes. Yes, so Ruth suggested, or one of them suggested, hey, why don't we watch anime together? And then I think Sophie then said, oh, I know, also my friend Emma, she's really into anime, so why don't we watch it together? I'm not really sure how the conversation happened now, it's so long ago. But either way, I remember being thrown into a group chat after Sophie had already said, hey, do you want to watch anime with Ruth and stuff? And I was like, yeah, of course. So we were thrown into this group chat, and Ruth suggested A Place Further Than the Universe as the first one that we watched. I'd never heard of it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put my entire trust in you. And literally the rest was history. I think we planned it for a Monday at the time. It was not it was sometime in May, and aside from maybe a few weeks here and there, we have pretty much now watched anime every single week for coming up to nearly the past 3 years. Do you know what I will do is I'm going to scoot over here, because this is where I put post-editing plans into effect, and I will just start scrolling up all of the animes that we have watched, and whilst I'm talking, so if you are interested then you can see. So I will just let that, there it goes, look at it, read it, it's fun. I would just let that scroll up. And over the time, we have also kind of indoctrinated a couple of other people into it. They're not permanent. So the main anime club is just, anime night is me, Ruth and Sophie. But occasionally we'll bring in Ruth's boyfriend Isaac, and then our friend Mass as well, especially if we're watching like new series. So obviously, like, new My Hero Academia's come out. We all wanted to watch Spy Family season 2, I think it was, so we watched that together. We are soon going to be finishing season 2 of Made in Abyss. And but when it comes to actually just sort of what we call spinning the wheel and choosing our next one, it then is just me, Sophie and Ruth, even though the others can join us if they want, they just choose not to. Last week we finished Death Parade because I got so emotional about it. And so this week we have started Konosuba, and so far it seems really funny. We ended up watching 3 episodes last night. There's only like 12 or 13 episodes, so we'll probably be finished in like 3 weeks time, but it looks really funny. But we have got literally a laundry list as long as our arms on what we want to watch. But I just wanted to sort of talk about it, because when I then say anime night, now you kind of know where it came about and how it came about. I am watching currently by myself The Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. It has really reignited this passion, and actually what I'll do is I'll show you my anime wall, which has all my posters on it, and I've got all of my anime figurines up there. Anyway, bye. There we go. So this is my anime wall, and technically game wall, because I've got Anders, there we go, Anders and Final Fantasy VIII there. So I've got my main man, All Might, Fruits Baskets, massive Studio Ghibli poster, got Yuri on Ice, Your Name, Carolyn Tuesday, that was a gift from a friend one Christmas, because we've sung quite a few of the songs from there together. Over there I've got a really cool poster of Aizawa and Present Mike, and Attack on Titan, that was a gift as well from my brother for Christmas. But yeah, there's that one. What I want to do when I redecorate is that I don't want to have the walls completely covered in anime anymore, so I want to kind of integrate the anime with the new design of my room, so it's kind of like you wouldn't notice it straight away. You would just see like a really nice room, and then the more you look in the room, you're like, oh, there's an anime person there, or there's a poster there. Some of these I think I'm gonna have to put in my little room as well, what will be my dressing room. It's just basically our 3rd bedroom that I can use as a dressing room. And also it might be good that if I finally make the shed outside my little studio, that would probably be a really good home for a lot of these posters, because it would be nice if that was like, that could have anime thrown up on it. But I think for my bedroom and my dressing room, I kind of want to go a different direction for it. As promised, here is my anime shelf. Please ignore all of the dust. It's so gross. I need to obviously dust it, but that's going to involve taking everything off, and I just haven't had the spoons to do that yet. So anyway, here are, like, these guys were in like mystery boxes, and I was so excited to get All Might, who is my favourite. You'll soon see. I think that was like a gift that I got for being a bridesmaid. No, this was a Christmas gift actually, tell a lie. I've got a cute little Raichu terrarium. Oh, I love it so much. That was a birthday gift last year, I believe, from Sophie. And Raichu is my favourite Pokemon, so it was perfect there. These were another couple of Christmas gifts I got. This was Christmas 2021 as well. Trunks, absolute OG, love him. And then we've got poor armless All Might. He has got his arm. Oh look, it's all the way over there. I wonder if I can. The problem, right? The thing is, I'm so bad and lazy at these sorts of things because I realised that he was missing it pretty much almost immediately out of the box, and I just couldn't be bothered to take it back. So, and the thing is also, I know that I can just stick a bit of glue on it, so I'd much rather stick a bit of glue in it than send something else to landfill, quite frankly. He looks really cool. And then we've got this was a gift I think Christmas as well, last year or the year before, from Ruth. He is technically a noodle stopper, and I did use him for a little while for my noodles, but he ended up kept on falling off, so I thought hang him off the end of the shelf. And then we've got one of them lying down, but we've got all of my Final Fantasy VIII figures. We've got Selfie, Squall, Laguna, Zell, Irvine, and we have... Oh no, they're all... Oh, it's a disaster. Her foot, you can see there, it's just really wonky, so I don't know if she's gonna... I think they did come with stands, and then just over time they've been lost. They were my brother's before they were mine, and I do have Quistis as well. She's actually in my other room at the moment. I don't know why she didn't migrate over to this room when I swapped my rooms about, but I will get her and she can go here. And then we've got Sephiroth, which I'm almost... Either this was that was my brother's, or it was my ex-boyfriend from years and years ago. Oh look, there's like a spider web. So obviously, yeah, this shelf I do need to clean. Up here as well, I need to fix this one a bit better. I've got mugs, like I love this cow mug. That was a gift from Sophie as well. Like nearly all of my stuff is gifts. This teapot was actually used, oh god, I probably should throw these cacti away. This teapot was actually used in an Amdram production of Alice in Wonderland, and they didn't want to keep them because they knew that they would get broken. So I asked for the piggy teapot. I just thought it was so cute. So not that I've used it as an actual teapot yet, but I keep on having things in my mind that I go, oh, when I get my own house, I'll be able to use the teapot or the mugs or whatnot. And also these bowls, which this one was a gift. These two I then bought. They were in HMV. This was a gift and this was a gift. So the Sailor Moon ones. And I'm just keeping them up there for now because I just think that if I use them downstairs, they'll get broken or whatnot. So I'm saving those for when I do have my own house. So it's more than likely they'll be up there for years and years. But a girl can dream. And that's actually a plant pot that I stuck a penguin in. So yeah, those are currently my shelves. So tonight we have got I've got Dungeons and Dragons. That's with my friend who I went to the escape room. Her husband is the DM or GM. Like, what do you guys prefer? Because I always say DM for Dungeon Master, but then I know a lot of people say GM for Games Master. I know that it's like interchangeable, but I always just sit there and feel like, because majority of people say GM, that I'm saying it wrong, but I think that both are okay. It's me, my friend who I went to the escape room with, her husband who is DMing, and then two of our friends from my Amdram group. We all kind of came together and we're playing, I think it's called Witchlight, which obviously if you're into D&D you'll know. We have to try and like, I think defeat some witches and stuff. Like I get confused quite easily, to be honest, when I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm so engulfed in like the story, but then I'm sitting there kind of getting a bit anxious thinking about like what my character's gonna say next, that I end up kind of missing little bits and pieces. And also I can't find my notes, so I have a bag, like a specific D&D bag, which I have my dice in. I have my little figurine for my other campaign in, because I can't find the one that fits this one. But anyway, And in it is my notepad with my notes, and usually I'll try and give them like a bit of a read before I go, and I cannot find the bag anywhere. I probably will not be able to film much tonight generally, because obviously it's a bit rude and I want to pay attention to the DM and everything, but I just wanted to sort of say about it. Happy birthday to you. Is it your birthday? Shelton, is it your birthday? You're 11 years old. I'm so sorry about my baby voice, but I can't help it, okay? Doggy's like it. He's an old man. Not that many people actually think that he's an old man, because he is so puppy-like. It's like a little bit bittersweet, because he... I think I've kind of mentioned that he had another brother. So I had 2 dogs. And so like last year I was obviously like celebrating their 10th birthday. It's just a little bit sad for me, and I'm sure for him in some ways. You know, it's like I can celebrate his 11th birthday, but there's only one of him. Hello, doing a big old stretch, but I'm trying to show you his bandana. So this was actually the one that his brother wore last year, I believe. But yeah, I thought that he could wear it this year, and he just says birthday boy. It's a little bit big, but it was just kind of like one size, I remember, when I bought them last year. But now he's a proper little birthday boy. There we go. I mean, it's not the best. He has this thing about looking with his ears down because he knows that it gets him attention. So don't ever be fooled by his little ears where he looks so sad. He looks so sad. My dad brought this. It's meant to be Sheldon's birthday cakes. Oh, I might do his trick. Shelley, you ready for your birthday presents? He's like so fascinated by these. Hang on, let's see if I can. Right, there we go. Right, sit. Good boy. There you go. Can you beg? Although he's actually at the end of the couch, so he might not want to. That's a good boy. After all that, there you go. You can take it? He's running away with it. All right then. We also have some cakes. Look, Grandma and Granddad got you that. There you go. You probably prefer the actual cake than the top part. If I put this over here so you can get it easily, because you don't like taking things from my hands. I know what he wants me to do, because he's a bit of a tart. Look, there you go. Look. See? It's too much for him all at once. He needs to be a baby. Get it all over the couch as well. There you go. They're nice. So I totally forgot until I was reminded this morning that I actually have a hair appointment this afternoon. So our hair is done by my sister's friend, who's like a professional hairdresser and stuff. So it's just lucky that she just happens to be friends as well. I'm not doing anything drastically changed. I'm gonna get like my hair sort of re-dyed. Like, it's not really that bad. I mean, you can see. Sorry, my little dumpling belly. Excuse me. But yeah, you can see I've got some like a bit of discoloration where like my roots are probably like to about here now, but they're not, they blend in like really well. And I've got some greys, I think, if you can see them. They're more like pure white, but I'm not really bothered by greys, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna have like a bit of a touch up of dye and then a bit of a trim. Yeah, oh look, see, look at that white one there. Look, getting old. But yeah, so yeah, I mean the ends are a lot different. And I mean my hair generally is actually quite, I didn't actually need it in that clip. What was I doing? I mean, it's quite healthy after it was like bleached last year, so yeah, it's hopefully not going to need too much off, because I feel like I'm getting somewhere with it now. Will I trim this? Maybe like to like here. I'm thinking, yeah, that'd be nice. So this is actually Dennis's brother. They were from the same litter. Hi, this is Pudding. Hello. Here you can see the family resemblance. There we go. Much better, I think. Don't you think? You cut off a little bit, which she said it was only about ½ an inch. But I do kind of feel like it's a bit, I don't know, I feel like my hair was like here. So I just, but you know, it makes it look a bit thicker. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I got this cut as well, which, that's nice. I like that. I like that length a lot. Brought Sheldon to the yard with me today. So, going for a little wander. He doesn't seem to mind it too much here, but sometimes he gets a little bit worried about the horses. So I'm not yet showing you guys my stable because I have every intention to do it as like a separate video, like a kitting out my stable thing. So you guys don't get to see it yet, apart from like a couple of sneak peeks and stuff. But what I will say is that, so this morning I've come in and intention to sort of do something with that. I still will be able to, but I just had to quickly clean it out because I'm assuming that they've like put Dusty in there or something during the week, which makes sense. And so I just quickly like picked up a couple of like poops. The sort of mats that I've put down as well are like washable, so I was just able to like scoop out some water and then just like literally rinse out any of like the sort of for lack of a better word, poop juice. And so anyway, I was doing like all of that and everything, and then I gave it a sweep, and it looks like nice and neat and tidy and everything. And I just couldn't help but sort of be like, this is the epitome of being a horse owner. This is fantastic. Like it's just something that I feel like, I guess I've kind of been missing in a way, because I used to volunteer, I use that term loosely, at a stables where in the morning the very first thing we would do would like be empty out all of the stables, and I have kind of missed that element of horse keeping, let's say. So even just like having just basically 3 little poops and a sweep has just made me feel very horsey this morning.
She might need some holes at the top.
Oh, she looks so cute with it. Come on then, come on. Oh, there she. Oh, it looks so lovely.
My big pin. Oh, yeah. Well, so about here. Ready?
Yep.
Cool.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Try to make sure it was in the set.
Yay.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, it's got full marks.
Turn it around over and let me do it.
Oh, go that way.
Yeah. Oh, fruit bun.
Wow, that's so cool.
Hello, Dad. Hang on.
Oh, hello, madam. Do your head. That's it. Oh, very good. Barney bit my boob. I cried, mostly out of frustration and I guess a little bit of anger and upset because I just put him in his nice stable and everything, and he goes and does that. It is a problem that we're dealing with. Now I have a big bruise on my boob, and that is all I'm going to say on the matter. He's clawing my hair. Ow! Ow! Okay, I've decided to treat myself to a bath bomb. So this is still left over from the cinema trip, and oh, it's called Toby's Magical Cow. Obviously it's going to be rainbow and everything. I'm choosing to believe I'm living my best life. It's nice. I think we've made up, although he is a biter, so we do need to be wary of him. Barney! Hello! Look, his ears are just always back. And this is one of the reasons why it's really hard to tell, because that's just his permanent state of being. And then, so you don't know whether or not he's angry. See? Nice, and then back again. So yeah, you just got to be really careful with him. But you can kind of tell by the eyes. Oh, look, he looks so handsome with his ears up. There we go. As soon as I got back from the horse yard today, I literally went straight to bed because I have had a horrible migraine. I ended up napping for the last sort of like 2.5 hours. Got Mr. Binks with me and Sheldon's down by my feet. He's kind of gone away now. I'm still a bit like, you know, when you can kind of like feel it, but I'm not in pain anymore. So that's basically taken up all of my afternoon now. I was going to do other stuff, but you know, so I'm probably now just going to have something to eat because I haven't actually eaten yet today, which isn't helpful at all, and then just chill, just take it easy. So this might be the last footage of the week, unless something exciting happens, and if it is, as always, thank you for watching. Any likes or comments or anything is always appreciated. Subscribe if you like to see my random weekly antics and stuff, and I hope you all have a good day, week, month, whatever. Bye.